How we doing, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and thank you all for tuning in. It's your boy Matty B, and today I think I got a fun one for you guys. It's Throwback Thursday and we're going to do some story time at the National. And in honor of Budds Creek National being this weekend, we're going to go back in time 3 years to when I was doing the two-stroke nationals and I raced the Budds Creek Pro National on Saturday and stayed the next day for amateur day and got to race against Hayden Deegan the week before he went pro. And looking back on this, what a damn time to be alive. We had just had the Deegan bike claim drama. I had just tied with Chase Sexton at Unadilla. We had highs and we had lows, but this was one hell of a memory. I couldn't have been any more tired in the moment, but this is something that I'll always be glad we stayed and did. And I'll be real with you guys, I pretty much did it for my YouTube. It was just starting to gain some traction with me racing the Nationals on a two-stroke. And like I just alluded to, there was tons of chatter going on about Deegan at this time. They had just had the bike claim debacle at Loretta's. He was going pro the following weekend at Ironman, and I knew staying and racing with him was about the best thing I could do to try to grow whatever the hell it was I was doing. And believe it or not, this is actually the first video on my YouTube that ever made money. And to top off all the makings of an epic national, this was Superfan's first ever pro national and his introduction to the vlog. And as you'll see the origins of it in this video, it wouldn't take long for Superfan to become a widely known legend. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys every single detail I can possibly think of regarding the experience. Even a detail or two I'm reluctant to share, but no choice, this is the full disclosure national. What kind of video would this be if I was holding info back from you guys? But this is going to be a fun one to relive, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Before we get into it, I got to give a huge thank you to my channel sponsors. Thank you to ASV Inventions and Sirius Studio. I've got links and discount codes in my description, and also the bike that you're seeing on screen is up for a waffle. You can win this unit for $100. And again, all the info for that is in my description. Let's get into the video.
I mean, to be honest with y'all, I've got way more gas than I do brake pads after this day.
Nothing like a good self-roast is my intro. Classic. And I actually haven't watched this video in a long time, so you guys are going to hear my raw reactions.
What's going on, everybody? It's Friday morning before Budds Creek. We got the race vehicle back from Peter's Auto Mall when we traded back in the Ranger. But we're not taking this. It will not get us there. We are going to go ahead and take the Taco Ma.
Yeah, my race rig was cooked. The transmission would hit more false neutrals than my damn YZ250 in the back of that truck with third and fourth gear blown out of it. So we took Superfan's Taco Ma, checked the dented tailgate. He got in a fight with that thing.
Got my girlfriend's dad, Greg. We're loaded down. Pretty typical for a local. We're in Mechanicsville, Maryland bound. Here with the co-pilot. His first national. It's gonna be sick. What do you think?
Bucket list. A little late in life, but I'm getting him. We're gonna knock this out.
Now let's hear it.
Hold on, here it comes.
This wasn't even for show. This is just actually how Superfan drives this thing. He pretends he's Justin Barsha on the gas twice 450. Rev Bomb Central. And shoot, I almost forgot to tell you guys. Superfan's coming with me to Budds Creek this weekend. Stay tuned for more of his antics.
All packed up out here in the race truck. We're parked outside of the fence of the pro pits. That's how local we are. We're not even allowed in.
Honestly, very fitting. We were better as lawless outsiders anyway.
Got here a little too late.
Being late is so in my contract. Who the hell wants to sit in the damn parking line for like 4 hours when you can just show up late and park on the outside? I would say no choice, but there was a choice, and everybody else made the wrong one. We were dialed.
RM Army, baby. Time to invest in a new color and maybe some plastic.
Parts may be scarce, but we're gonna run it.
Suzuki, just kicking it. Trying to get some calories in. Might have to dig into this tomorrow during Moto 2. Unless I don't qualify, in which case this will have been a waste.
So luckily, we ended up qualifying, but this thing still ended up being a waste because we may or may not have regurgitated it at the National.
Room number 123. I think that's a pretty good sign. I think that's telling me I'm going to sweep the podium tomorrow, all by myself.
Hindsight's 50-50 or whatever the hell they say. But in hindsight, I think a better prediction would have been 123rd place because we got worked. Alright y'all, buckle up because this is where the fun begins. Superfan's first ever time around the pros, and this dude made it count. He was absolutely unhinged. Honestly, you kind of got to see it and hear it to believe it, so let's roll the clips. And man, I almost forgot one more thing. The first clip you guys are about to see when we get down to staging is me and Chase Sexton debriefing about our tie at Unadilla.
I never won by actual lap. I always won out of I saw you wait. I'm like, okay,
First national. Good luck. Thank you.
Superfan got knuckles from Chase within about 15 seconds of being on the scene. Let the stoke begin.
Let's get that number one again, baby.
I don't know, dude. They scored him first.
First practice was nothing special. I think we were like 32nd overall after Q1. So here's the raw sounds of the two smoke barking. Wrench Superfan is absolutely tripping because my wheel won't spin. Little did he know it was in the contract. And then I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. Who let me and my mechanical prowess touch my bike on race day? Was probably just cranking the air screw out without choice. It's about all I know how to do. You cannot make this stuff up. No pressure washer. That's out of the contract, but Superfan was determined to get the two-stroke clean. He had this random dude that we didn't even know washing it through the chain link fence. Gotta love the ingenuity. And now, as we're about to head down for the second qualifier, this is where Superfan's marbles are officially lost. When we watched this back, he was like, "Who is that?" He thought I dubbed in some audio as something else. He didn't even realize it was him going this insane. And that right there is the moment that Superfan was born. Before this day, he was just Greg, my girlfriend's dad. But after this, he was Superfan, a total legend. Well, he was a legend before, but even more of a legend now. There's the legend, Justin Rodbell, in my ear like, "Yo brother, how's your AC working? Do you need a service?" I'm like, "Dude, my unit's fine, but I could use some help on this qualifying lap. It's your home track, let me get a tow." And man, it worked to perfection. I stayed in Rodbell's draft for an entire lap and had my best qualifier of the season. Oh my gosh, I wish I could describe to you guys how much of a big kahuna send that thing was. It was so big that they took it out before the race. It was massive, and more blind than Helen Keller and Stevie Wonder combined. And then the next jump was the same damn thing uphill. My bike would barely even make it. Alright, looking back on this, I don't even know how or what possessed me to possibly go this fast on a YZ252 stroke. I mean, 27th, not necessarily anything to write home about, but we were in the mix with some solid dudes. I'm about a second and a half off Dino, 2 seconds off Malcolm Stewart. I'm on the same second as Shane McElrath, only 3 seconds off of Barsha, 4 seconds off of Dungy, and I'm really not trying to flex, that's not my thing, but looking back on this, I can't help but kind of be proud of it. I mean, I wasn't even using race gas yet. We were just sending it. And then, this was for sure the coolest part of the two-stroke nationals, the love from the fans. Never in a million years did I think people would be coming asking for my autograph and trying to come see me at the pits. And more than anything, I really never thought that I'd hear a big-ass crowd of people cheering for me and my squirrely ass on a dirt bike. But that's what the love of the two-stroke will do for you, and we were having a blast doing it.
Thank you. Good luck. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys. Nice meeting you all. Yes, sir. Got your videos. Bad this morning. Like, I'm talking about my shoulders should be separate.
Oh yeah, reminiscing on casing the big triple step up. Needed a lawyer, but couldn't afford one. Privateer life, baby.
Let's check it. 27th. Here at Budds Creek, qualifying's done. Trying to get my pre-moto meal in, which is a good sign. That means we're in the show.
I'll tell you what's not a good sign is that being my lunch. I've always struggled with eating on race day. I don't know if it's nerves or my stomach or what, but the peanut butter sandwich and maybe an applesauce is about all we could get in our contract, and even that still ended up trackside.
First practice, it was pretty sloppy and sketchy this morning. I wasn't so sure how it would be being underpowered today, but first practice I think I was 32nd, and then second practice shout out to my boy Justin Rodbell, towed me around, and I dropped my time a lot and ended up 27th overall. It's stacked. Like, everybody in front of me is awesome riders, and even there's really, really good guys behind me too. So I'm pretty stoked to be 27th for qualifying on the day. It's gonna be a long day, but we're excited. It's gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be having more fun than anybody else out there, that's for sure.
So that was a fucking lie.
The sight lap wheelie was my trademark, and honestly, the sight lap was my favorite part of the moto. My heart rate wasn't a trillion, I could actually take in sights and sounds. The motos are a war zone, and I know some of you are butthurt about me saying war zone, but it's just a damn figure of speech. It'll be okay. And here comes my worst start turned into my best start. Snuck around the inside and came out well within the top 20, but the rest of the moto, it was awful. We overheated, we had some issues, and I don't even know what place I got. I guess we'll find out at the end of this moto. Check out the number one. I was right behind the damn defending champ. I had no clue what I was doing up there.
Like a 19.
Superfan's first race in the mechanics area, as out of pocket as ever, and at one point, he even made his way up into the manager's tower. Imagine being Roger DeCoster and looking over and you see this guy just screaming at his phone. No choice. I almost forgot this happened at this race too. One of my favorite clips of all time. Cairoli had a lap 1 crash, he got bam-bammed, and on his way back through, he had to go through yours truly. And I even intimidated him out of jumping the triple up. To be fair, if I was Tony, I probably wouldn't want to jump anything beside me either. No big deal or anything, but it's been like a whole straightaway and we're still in front of them. I'm telling you guys, it was a knockdown, drag out scrap. I can't believe it took Kenny this long to get around me. You can tell with my elbows down, he only got me because I'm tired. And he's definitely not lapping me. Check out the body English. We are so over it. I was not made for 30+2. I'm a local. I'm not trying to use this as a self-roast, but how was I even allowed out there going that slow? I was just joyriding. The chute was out, my tongue was in the spokes, and like I said, we may or may not have thrown up. And yeah, no comment is right. P35, not good at all. At one point, I even had to stop on the side of the track to take care of that thing I mentioned. And the worst part was, I had to do it all again.
Qualifying's been good, I just suck at the freaking racing.
Here we are, between motos, in our underwear, it's 1,000,000,000,000 degrees and we're doing our own filter. Superfan was once again preoccupied by his absolute obsession with my non-spinning wheel. I tried to tell him it would buff out, but he was not having it. So yeah, I ended up going over the rest of the bike myself, and in hindsight, that might have been even worse than me not checking at all.
Alright, first moto, Bud Streak Nash. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to you guys, it went like shit. I rode like shit, it was all on me.
Imagine being in my comment section and saying I just make excuses. Haha, idiots.
Got a good start, it had all the makings of being a good moto, and I just caved. I just absolutely choked it. It's just gnarly being up there around 15th to 20th, you know, stuff starts happening really fast, and the track's already gnarly enough riding it.
And that right there was my number one biggest problem in pro motocross. The tracks were so damn gnarls Barkley, I just felt like I was on a survival mission, not racing.
I just got a little bit spun out. Stuff started happening a little too fast for me and lost the flow really quick.
Can't lose what you never had. Dough!
We're not going to suck that bad again. This one's going to be better.
And that feeling right there is so badass. It gets the hair standing up on your arms, gives you goosebumps. Or maybe they were just cheering for Deegan on amateur day already. How mental is this? I know you guys have seen people only start with 1 foot on the ground, but have you ever seen anybody start with no feet on the ground? Well, you have now. And even this revolutionary tactic couldn't get me out of the gate against all the 450s. Bad start and pissing in the wind again, per usual. More lines than a damn college frat house through there. Oh my god, this next clip might be the best of the video. This is Superfan from the manager's tower without any sort of choice. Moto 2, it should have been a 33rd.
Oh no! We suck again!
But thanks to Barsha absolutely blasting Ferrandis out of commission and then blasting himself into a disqualification, we ended up P31. Still not good, like not good at all. We came into the series hurt, I didn't have 30+2 in me, and I was just happy to have survived the day. Don't get me wrong, I was still trying my ass off in the motos, but qualifying was the main goal, and we got that done, but we weren't done because we had a whole nother day of racing to go.
Hey, look at your baby! Hey, 31st place, but we sound good.
Here we go.
The two-stroke champion of the world!
The ultimate hype man, Cody Groves. If you know, you know. Dude's a legend.
Yeah!
This is my hype.
Yeah! Remember the name, Matt Burkeen, two-stroke world champion of the entire universe! Woo!
I don't know how many beers deep my boy was, but I think somebody forgot to tell him I got 31st. I do appreciate the support though. Gotta love it.
Alright, take 2. Bud's Creek, second moto. Finally got a break from all the paparazzi and my boy Duna Groves coming in here and hollering at me. Start wasn't great. Running around, I think like the low 30s most of the moto.
I talk about not having 30+2 in me, which is true, but check us out. It's not like I was out of shape. I just never got to ride. I only had one bike, I hardly ever practiced, and all I did was go to the gym. And when you're racing the National, that just don't quite cut it.
The track was just brutal. Like my main problem, I just struggle to find a flow and really like charge these tracks. I mean, to be honest with y'all, I've got way more gas than I do brake pads after this day. So I got to start twisting the throttle and doing a lot less tapping on the brakes.
Story of my life. More gas, less brakes.
You know what? We did the best we could. We're healthy. We qualified again, and got to do it one more time in Ironman.
Here we go. This is where the fun really begins, and I feel like this is what a lot of you have been waiting for. The Amateur Day Pro-Am National. Matty B versus Hayden Deegan versus Dax Bennick versus Superfan's vocal cords. Let's get after it.
Alright, y'all, it is Sunday. We are still at Bud's Creek. They're running a Pro-Am today, so there's some decent money on the line. So racers race, we're staying, and we're racing.
I can't even begin to describe to you guys how crappy I felt when I woke up Sunday morning. My entire body was a cramp, my legs had a pulse, and honestly, the last thing I wanted to do was ride a dirt bike. And actually, I was pretty close to pulling the plug and not doing it after I woke up and felt like a bag of crap. But it's not every day you get to race the Deegs. We were going to send it.
We've spotted the competition. Sign-up line was a little long. Luckily, I think I rode the track enough yesterday. Should be good.
And here we go, first moto against the kids. We were running 3 pro classes that day. 2 Pro-Am classes, and then an Open A class. Deegan and Bennick were trying to get Pro-Am points in order to get their pro license, and as for me, I was just trying to hang in there.
What are you doing? What's the name? I couldn't tell you, man. You like to do Ironman? Oh, no, I'm doing Ironman, but I don't know after that. I'm just living for the day.
Here's another mental part of the story that I almost forgot. The bike was running a little lean, we were out of room with the air screw, so what does Superfan do? He throws in some chainsaw premix into my gas last second. And check it out, we were just smoking out the competition. They didn't have a chance, and neither did any mosquitoes within 100 miles. At least she wasn't lean anymore. The Open A motos were shorter than the Pro-Am motos, so that was pretty much my golden opportunity to try to run with the Deegs. And we hung in there for about 2 laps, maybe 2.5, but then he opened it up and welcomed me to the danger zone, or should I say he showed me the door. And Superfan grew up watching Brian Deegan, so the fact that I was out there racing his kid led him to get absolutely out of control. Moto 1, we took home the silver behind Danger Boy. I'm not sure what happened to Bennick, maybe a bad start and then I believe a flat tire, so I didn't have to deal with him that time, but then we had the Pro-Am motos, and those were 15 minutes plus 2, and after doing 2 qualifiers and 2 30 plus 2s and throwing up on Saturday, I was in for a rough one. Snuck around the inside and came out second behind Deegan and ran second for about the first 4 or 5 laps between Deegan and Bennick. But you know what happens next. We got tired and I ended up kind of making it easy on Bennick. He even asked me if I let him by and I was like, yeah dog, I'm smoked.
Ready, B!
Dax got around me, but then out of nowhere, Deegan went down and it was time for a battle, or at least an attempt at one.
Oh shit! Deegan went down! Get Maddie!
Bennick. Local legend. Deegan. So epic. Side by side up the triple step up, made eye contact with Deegan, I saw into the danger zone, and then Superfan is joking about buying the bike, a play on the attempted claim that had just happened at Loretta Lynn's. And with that recent claim in mind, I can pretty much confirm that Deegan was not on the full-blown Star Yamaha motor package. I could tell the bike didn't sound the same, he was on an amateur spec, but he ended up getting around me and I got third behind Bennick and Deegan. So yeah, that was pretty sick. For the Open A moto, I almost caught the Christoph Porcel gate bounce. It didn't throw me to Indonesia, but it at least messed me up a little bit and made me head into the first corner in 88th place. And I don't really know why I didn't put any more clips from this moto in the vlog, because this was a badass moto from me. From all the way last, I ended up getting all the way back to third, past Matty Jorgensen on the last lap. And at the time, I thought that was my last moto of the day, so I left it all out there.
Just finished up our amateur day. Got some ominous clouds. It's a little late in the afternoon and we're still only on first moto. I have to ride this bike at Ironman next weekend. So I'm calling it for myself. Rain's a-coming, so we're going to hit the road.
Alright, this is where the story gets juicy. This is what we had planned to do. I got undressed, we loaded my bike in the truck, and by all means, we were done for the day. We headed to the sign-up trailer to get paid for the Pro-Am, and for whatever reason, the money wasn't ready, we couldn't get paid, so we were just hanging out. We looked at the weather forecast and it showed tons of thunderstorms coming in. We weren't down for a mutter, and we had had an awesome weekend, so we were in celebration mode. We had each cracked open a beer, and for me, that was a rare move. And being that I was dehydrated and had hardly ate any food that day, I swear I felt a little buzz off of one beer. It was nice. And if I had been able to get paid, I would have been long gone on the highway, but we were hanging out, waiting for the money, and we saw the Deegans and the Bennecks just hanging out, so we went over to just chat and BS with them for a minute. I didn't do it with a beer in hand, but how legendary would that have been? But while we were over there, Benneck's dad was like, "What are you doing, man? It's not going to rain anymore. Check out the radar." He showed me. It looked like the storms were going to buff out, and me and Superfan looked at each other, didn't even really think twice, and decided we were back in it. Superfan got the bike out. I put on my dirty gear from Moto 2 from the day before, rushed down to the gate last second, barely made it before gate drop, didn't even have any tear-offs, and it was sprinkling rain, but we didn't care or have a choice. And man, this turned out to be the move of the century, because this was my best moto of the weekend. When we were on the gate, Brian Deegan was messing with me, telling me I was acting like Stu, showing up with no tear-offs. I had to assure him it was because of lack of preparation, not because I was confident I would be out front, but what do you know? We yanked the shot. Power move.
It's raining. It's been raining. We were loaded up and we unloaded the truck. Benneck's dad said, "Hey man, it's not gonna rain." We're like, "All right, let's race." Here we are. Maddie! My phone sucks. Hang in there, everybody.
Here's the battle you've been waiting for, a classic Burkeen versus Deegan scrap. And it's been 3 years and I can still hardly believe this went down.
Yeah, man! Go! He's gonna suck him out! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Get him, Maddie!
Not gonna lie, watching this back stokes me out pretty heavy because look at Deegan. He was sending it. He was pushing. Racing against me. What world am I living in? I think Superfan was having heart palpitations in this moto. Dude was jacked.
That was sick! Deegan's charging! Go! Woo! Best race all weekend! Go, Maddie! Ah!
So believe it or not, that was actually on the last lap. We were about 2/3 of a lap from taking down the Deegs, and in this class I got second in the first moto, so it would have been a 2-1 for the overall, but woulda, shoulda, coulda, he got me on the last lap. And full disclosure, with the impending storms, this moto had been cut down to just 3 laps, so it's not like I went toe-to-toe with Deegan for 20 minutes or anything like that. And I'm not saying he wouldn't have passed me anyways. He's Deegan, he's got the dog in him, but in all honesty, the reason that it kind of looks like I let him by on the way up the hill is because I kind of did let him by on the way up the hill. I started throwing up. I don't know what my problem was, if it was anxiety, nerves, or what. And it might be fair to factor in that my body was running on next to nothing, a national on Saturday, and this was my 4th moto on Sunday. I was fried, but it was a high-pressure situation, and I caved. And just 1 week later, I found some medication I could use to circumvent that issue. So too little, too late, but this was a sick memory regardless. Oh yeah, and we finished out the day. I had 2 more motos to go, making it 6 total. What a damn grind.
Good start, Maddie.
To this day, I have no idea whatsoever where all my energy came from. We caught a damn second wind at the National.
It's still raining.
there we go again, another case. Couldn't afford a lawyer or a heavy-duty rear tube because I popped my rear tire. Dax was about to pass me anyways, he had no choice, but I managed to barely hang on for third. Jorgensen almost got me at the end, and we had one more moto, and then I could finally get some damn rest. Hell yeah, nice start. Might as well have put the bike in neutral, or in the back of the truck. I guess I didn't include any footage from this moto either, but it was a dig from pretty much last all the way back to fourth. Made tons of passes, fought to the end with God knows what energy, and we weren't just cooked, we were burnt to a crisp. Deegan can only dream of Hymus being this cooked.
Alright, plans changed. The rain kind of held off, so we ended up finishing out the day. I think I ended up with 2/3 and a 4th. Danger Boy and Bennett kind of had me covered. I mean, they're hard to deal with anyway, and after racing yesterday, I'm just smoked. So, yeah, I'm ready to have some rest, that's for sure.
So we're loading up here. Me and Matt are loading up. Matt, where's Matt? Oh, there he is. 2 motos in a national, 30 plus 2, and 6 motos today. This is what we look like.
I think I almost fell asleep right there on the ground. I didn't get up for a while.
Nobody's stopping to see if he's okay. Nothing. We're good. Ready for Iron Man. We got a thumbs up out of Matty B.
This pump is kind of reminiscent to my riding yesterday at the National. Bummer. Thank God. I'm about to croak.
And about $116 later, me and Superfan got 2 cheeseburgers and 1 bucket of fries to share. Luckily, Five Guys is cheap.
Just got passed by the 241. Reminds me of a few hours ago. Absolutely pissing rain. It is 11:13, almost to Greg's house. Both pretty much over it. Then I got another 40 minutes to drive, but the end is near. We got thunder and lightning, but we have finally made it home. 12:16 a.m. This is pretty early compared to the typical weekend. And yeah, catch you guys at Ironman, last one of the year.
Well, y'all, that's a wrap on the Matty B Budds Creek 2-stroke nationals and staying for amateur day to race Deegan National. I tried to give you guys every detail I could possibly think of, didn't leave anything out, and this is one hell of a memory. To this day, I still don't really know how we pulled it off. I think we caught Deegan just in time because the next weekend he went pro at Ironman, had some bumps and bruises along the way, but then 2 weeks after Budds Creek, he was already in the top 10 at Paula. And considering where he's at now, this is really cool and fun for me to look back on. Yeah, it wasn't the national track, wasn't the longest motos or anything like that, but the video doesn't lie, racers race, and we were racing. And I didn't know it at the time, but 2022 was our peak. I made almost every pro national I attempted, with only 1 DNQ due to bike failure on the last lap of an LCQ, while in second. I won the Cody Gragg 2-stroke money race at Muddy Creek. And all in all, in 2022, I did a lot of things I never thought I'd do, got a lot of fans I never thought I'd get, and even today, we're still kind of running off the momentum we got that year. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, and let me know in the comments what you think. If you loved it, if you hated it, if I'm a cooked unit, or if you want to see more of it, I'm here for all of it. But thank you guys again, and I'll catch you next time.